Hey everybody, this is something a little different. This is one of my SKS's. When I bought this, I had to buy it because it had some graffiti on the stock. Kind of beat up, looked like it once been through hell and back. And I didn't know much about SKS's when I bought it. I still don't know much about them because it's kind of hard trying to figure out what's what. This is a 5-digit serial number. And the thing about it, there's no other marks on this thing. Say the receiver, the bolt, the trigger, the firing pin, same matching numbers. This cover right here, it's still a 5-digit number, but it's not matching. Trigger guard's matching, the receiver, and the magazine well, that's way high. It's like 200 some thousand. But so I know it has a Soviet blade. I've gone through, there's no marks really anywhere else. There might be like a half moon mark right here on where the barrel and the receiver meets. It has a side mount for the sling. And it has the import mark where it was etched in. Went to Palm Bay, Florida. Now it says it's a Type 56. Stock was repaired right there, you can see. Like I said, there's no other marks on this thing. No other arsenal marks, nothing. I think there's like a small little triangle. It's like right there. And that's the little half moon right there. Who knows what this could be? I heard there's something called SKS's ghost guns. They're made certain year. Or I think when China took it over from the Russians. But I really don't know much about this thing. Every time I try to learn something more about SKS, it's very daunting. Well, if anybody knows any more information about it. I've read the forums, I've read a lot of stuff, just still don't quite know where this one exactly came from. It actually has the cleaning kit inside the stock. And that is pretty nice. I'm just going to break it down real quick. Give it a quick cleaning. I just will wipe it down. Call it good to go. Quick breakdown. There's not really much to them. Start off here in the back. Flip it up. Pull this pin out a little bit. Now this is on there's spring tension behind it, but not much. Just got to be careful it doesn't go flying. That comes off. Spring comes out. Slide your bolt. And do the trigger. Your firing pin assembly. You gotta make sure this is on safeties. Safe's on, or you can't depress this. Gonna get a little punch or something right behind here. So you gotta push down pretty hard. It pops up. There's your trigger assembly. The magazine will pop out. And your main stock will fall off. Okay, for your gas system, you flip this up. It'll go all the way up, just flip it far enough so you can pop this out. Now there's a spring in here, another part of the gas system. You want that out, flip it all the way up, but I'm not going to take that out. Just going to leave it down, so I'm going to push this back down. And I'm just going to run a snake through it real quick and wipe it down. I haven't taken it out to the range in a long time. And I just wipe it down and put it back together. Put it back in the safe. So I'd like to learn a little bit more about this thing, but always have a nice oily rag. Wipe everything down. Put everything back the way you found it. Now this thing, you gotta pull this back up like halfway up. And you normally just pop it down. Always like to wipe any metal off, and I like to, especially the underneath the stock, I don't like to touch it with my hands. So you get a nice oily rag, wipe everything down before you put the stock back on. The magazine well, just wipe it down with a rag. Some of these are pinned. Got a little rod here pinned down. This is a 10-round magazine weld. You know, some of them are, got pinned down to like a 5 round one. And I'm just going to drop a little fresh oil on this. Drop it on the moving parts. A little bit of grease. Whenever I see a little wear and tear of metal, where you know it's rubbing. Nothing too crazy. You gotta make sure this pin's is level. Sometimes this pin will walk on you. Make sure it's nice and even. Hit it down hard. And here. I like to put a little bit of grease on the rails or rides. And some people just use oil, but you just lock it in, drop it down, push the magazine well down a little bit, and it'll slide forward. Put your spring, wipe it down real quick, a little fresh oil on it. In. Push the pin back in, slap it down. Good to go. That was it. Quick and easy. Not much to them. Like I said, there's nothing even on the hood. No marks. So all I got is a matching bolt, matching this, matching the trigger, matching the receiver. It's only 5-digit number. It's 13,000 something. Well, if anybody has any more information on what it is, there's some graffiti on here. And from what I understand, I can't recognize. It doesn't look like English. I actually took Russian years and years ago. I know a little bit of Russian. Doesn't even look Russian. That they used to, people wouldn't put their names on. They would actually put, like, because all this stuff was property of the state. That they would put maybe like the town they're in or area they're in. So I'm still trying to figure out that, but just another one for my safes. Well, this is my old SKS. Don't know much about it. Just like the way it was when I saw it. Still trying to learn about it. All right, well, thanks for watching.